This is Patrick. Patrick wants to sit around all day and have a robot create content so he could push the easy button and make money online. This is Marcus. Marcus made over $217,418 with automated content. And this is a search engine. Every 60 seconds, over 5 million people search for something on Google. So how can you be like Marcus and Patrick and actually make money automatically using artificial intelligence to write your content? Well, keep watching and learn the shocking story of how I made over $218,000 online with automated content. Lately, it seems like everyone is talking about automation. AI robots for stock trading, AI content for automated search engine rankings, AI customer tracking, and this would lead me to think that there's some automated robot software guaranteed to make me rich. So I decided to put them to the test. But first, a story. When I first got into internet marketing and search engine advertising, I knew the power of the search engines. That's right, we could literally put something up on the search engines and make money the next day in a very simple way. And back then, I was really good at finding keywords. I still am today, but I sucked at making content. I didn't want to sit around and write until my fingers fell off. I just wanted to put something on the search engines for the keywords that I found, get ranked overnight, and put tons of money in my pocket. So armed with my list of keywords, I went out there and found an automated software that would actually go to the search engines and pull rankings and put them on a page so I could upload them to my website. This worked like crazy, and tons of these pages started getting picked up in the search engines and making me money with affiliate marketing. That's right, I was like 23 years old, and I was making $700 to $2,000 a day in profit. And since this was all free search engine traffic, this didn't cost me a dime out of pocket, and everything I made was 100% pure profit. But then something terrible happened. It all started one day when a restaurant in Philly wanted me to get them search engine rankings. So I did a Google search to see what the competition was like, and I found out that restaurants in Philly actually had search engine rankings for a bunch of naughty stuff. This was not good, because people looking up restaurants wanted to eat, not look at weird stuff. So all these people searching for these restaurants were getting a bad customer experience. That led to the search engines cracking down and banning sites that were just trying to game the system, like the software I had been using for several years. I woke up one day expecting to see a bunch of money in my account, but I noticed that my sites too were de-indexed and I wasn't getting any traffic. I went from making like $1,700 a day down to practically nothing. And that's because I didn't focus on user experience. The idea behind these content generators that didn't provide a good user experience was to find different keywords that were decent keywords and give them things that we thought they'd want. So, for this example, we took a bunch of names of pastors and led them to like free Bible books and stuff like that. Nothing really wrong with that. It was actually pretty cool. But the problem was we didn't focus on good quality content. You see, what we'd do is just take a big list of keywords that had low competition, and we'd run them through this program, which would actually take each keyword and create a page based on it. So you could see this one was based on a John Piper book. We had our advertisement for Get the Free Bible. This is where we had our affiliate offer. And then down here, the software would actually automatically generate some links from the search engines and some different content based on the keyword. So at the end of the day, there wasn't really any value about the keyword other than rejumbled stuff with our ad on it. And you can see here, it was really easy to create junk content around the keywords we wanted and get lots of traffic. But this was more or less a gimmick, not an actual traffic strategy. This is a lot like what I see going on now with the artificial intelligence article writing. More about that in a minute. You see, the search engines want to do a good job because that's what makes you keep coming back to them. If you did a search on Google or Yahoo and you didn't find what you were looking for, you'd probably go to a different search engine, and eventually the crappy search engines would go out of business. And this leads us to the famous Google updates. Google is constantly trying to update their system to get rid of bad, skimpy, or unwanted pages. But can automated software still get you rankings and make you money today in 2021? Well, in order to understand that, we need to take a look at what's actually working. Here, we have a Google search for Lyft affiliate program. This is a fairly non-competitive word with 591,000 results. Even though that seems like a lot, it's really not. And you could see here that my site ranks number 4. And since quite a few people are searching for Lyft affiliate program, Uber affiliate program, and other keywords like that, this ranking gets me traffic every day. And the cool thing is, I didn't even write this article. More about that later. Here's another one where I rank for the word free ad forum. This one, again, very simple article, and we could see there's lots of people searching for it. And again, I didn't write this content. But where did I get it? I'm going to show you in just a minute, but first, let's take a look at one of the major AI content writing services that's going crazy right now. Now, I'm not going to mention this by name because a lot of these are the same and you can kind of see what's good and what's bad. This particular one was between $50 and $300 to purchase, and then you also have to purchase credits for each article you generate using the AI system. So I went ahead and put it to the test. I got an article for how to make money building a mailing list, 7 signs he doesn't want to marry you, a report on the Lyft affiliate program to compare with the one that's actually ranking, how to get six-pack abs, and lastly, how to get stronger teeth. So first, let's take a look at the article that's actually ranking for Lyft and Uber affiliate programs. You can see on my site that this is a pretty decent article. It talks about how to sign up with these programs. It talks about getting paid when people sign up for drivers and to be drivers. It also shows the prices, how to promote your affiliate links, and more. Overall, I think this is a pretty decent article, and Google thinks so too. Otherwise, it wouldn't be ranking. Now let's take a look at what the robot said. And I want you to pay attention to this first sentence here, because using the robot, you simply put in the first sentence, and it's automatically going to generate you a magic article. So for my $70 investment and about $1 to $1.25 per article, let's see how it did. First of all, it changed the title to Tips to Market with a Batch of Promising Prospects, which has nothing to do with the Lyft affiliate program. Then it says, when I first heard about the Lyft affiliate program as a networking event, I didn't believe it. You see, Lyft is a car-sharing company, and its business model doesn't lend itself to making money for their affiliates, not to mention... This is crap. We could see that this article has nothing to do with the Lyft affiliate program. This is literally like a malfunction of the brain. It doesn't even make sense. And as you saw from the lesson I learned earlier, if it doesn't make sense and customers don't like it, Google's not going to keep it at the top of the search engines. Probably won't even get there in the first place. But let's not be too hasty. Perhaps the robots gave us something better. And that brings us to the article about 7 signs he doesn't want to marry you. Again, my sentence is this first one right here. You could see that the robots changed it to how to improve your marriage before you take further steps. Now, the content here is somewhat on topic. It is about marriage, so we'll give the AI a little pat on the back for that one. But again, it's like, hey, if he calls his mom, he might not want to marry you. I don't know how true that is. And then we could see that the article kind of goes from relationship to marriage and all kinds of weird stuff. And again, it doesn't really make sense, but it is kind of on topic. So was this article worth $1.25? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if we compare that with an article that I had written, you could see this article is much better laid out. The grammar is better. It actually has a step-by-step guide on finding out if he's interested in marrying you. And it goes through, he doesn't believe in marriage, he doesn't make any comments once the topic arises, he's not aware of you're not aware of his family, he avoids talking about marriage. So these are actually good things that actually make sense to someone searching for this information. All in all, I'm going to give this article a solid B, and the AI gets an F-. The article I had it right about six-pack abs was kind of funny because it says how to build a six-pack of abs. Which, I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me, but it keeps saying six-pack of abs. And we could see, again, it talks about belly fat, it's got a little bit of stuff about food, but it's not really targeted to what we want. And the article is actually really short. So the chances of this thing getting ranked in Google are like 0 to 0. And the last one here was an article I had it write about the best way to make money writing emails. I figured, hey, this should be pretty simple. It's cut and dry. Let's see how it did. So after the sentence I wrote, it says, however, you will not be paid on every mailing that your mailing list will check into their email. A percentage of them will click the affiliate link and you will be paid a small amount in commission for the referral. But the chance of your mailing list checking into your link is less than 1%. If there's so many affiliates, you'll probably see a relatively small income for every 100 mailing you send out. Feel like I'm on a different planet. But wait, maybe it gets better. Hey, there's a good tip. Don't send an affiliate link email to your mom. What does that have to do with anything? It says something about an email account password, and it actually even tells you to send less email to make more money. I don't know what this AI is on, but that doesn't even make sense. So we could see here that a lot of these hypey AI programs promising to write you content in seconds for next to nothing don't work. So if the AI programs aren't doing what they're supposed to do, which is actually creating valuable content for people, then you're going to be stuck in the same boat I was when I learned my lesson the hard way and lost a lot of money. Here is a better way to get started and get content fairly inexpensively. First, what you want to do is find a very specific keyword that you know you can rank for. And we do that by looking at our keyword tools like Ahrefs and looking at the competition line. Once we find the keyword we want to rank for, we're going to take this, look at the average searches per month, and see if it's valuable. In this case, I'd be getting paid like $40 to $50 when they download one of these virus softwares, so 2,500 people a month coming to this page could make me some decent money. Next, I'm going to want to go to one of my favorite places to get content written. And I got to tell you, I spend thousands of dollars a month on content. One of them is iWriter, and the second is HireWriters. And since your content's going to be written by an actual human being doing research, it's going to cost a little bit more, but in the long run, it's going to make you way more money and do a much better job of serving the visitor. We can see here that we can choose how many words we want our article to be, and that's going to affect the price. So if I do this one, it's $6 for an article. That's about 1,000 words long if it's a beginner writer. If I choose a general writer, it goes up to $9.25. If I choose skilled, it goes up a little more. And then obviously it goes up more depending on the writing level. I usually find that general and skilled do a pretty good job of my article. Now it's important that what we're going to do is we're going to have our article writer do the legwork for us. That's right, they're not going to hand you a perfect money-getting article. You got to do some legwork. But they will do the research, which saves you a hell of a lot of time. So what I'm going to want to do is create a project description, something like the keyword, and then my keyword is actually going to be the title of my article. So I could do something like WebRoot versus Avast, which virus software is best. Now, it's very important that we enter some special instructions based on our keyword. Since this is a virus type keyword, I'm going to take my template here that I use all the time, and I'm going to put this into my order. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at what it says. So we're going to say, please pay attention to the keyword on the article you're writing. Okay, so the keyword here is WebRoot versus Avast, which software is best. Tell them this is not an SEO article. This is key. If you tell them to do an SEO article, it's not going to make sense. So we want to tell them to write an actual article for humans. So we say, don't focus on the keyword density, just write naturally. Now, we also want to tell them, hey, don't do plagiarism, don't do all this other stuff. And then we're going to go through and we're going to put some examples. So I'm going to go to the internet and I'm going to find some examples of people that are ranking for this word that have good content. And we're going to use those to glean from. All right, for the investing example, I had these, but obviously for the WebRoot versus Avast, we're going to get a different one. And then we put these other steps in here as well. So very simple, we're going to go through and we're going to make sure that they do this based on the title. We want them to write an article based on the title. If you're doing something like the 10 best softwares for video editing, or the 5 ways to lose weight, or 5 workouts you can do to lose your belly fat. These are what's going to get your article writer to do the legwork for you, and then all you have to do is edit it around your keyword, and bam, you're ready to go. And between these 2 accounts, I've had thousands and thousands of articles written. And to make sure you get your article written right and save money, make sure you tell your writer exactly what you want them to do in the title. 10 best ways to X, 5 ways to do this, 10 softwares that do X. And then go for your keyword, put that in the title, make sure they craft the article around your keyword, and then you're off to the races. For example, if I was going back to my Bible site example, and I wanted to do something like Joel Osteen sermons, I could have them write about the top 10 Joel Osteen sermons or the top 10 Joel Osteen quotes. They would go through, do the legwork so that I don't have to do it. I would fancy it up with my keyword, put it on my blog, put my affiliate offers and whatever it is I'm running, and bam, I can make money. And until AI starts to write better than humans, I think this is definitely the best option because it's going to give you something to work with. We found that with the AI programs I tested, they didn't even give me anything to work with. It was just garbage, junk, gobbledygook that no one wants to read and I can't use. In other words, a complete waste of time and money. But right now they're selling like hotcakes, so go figure. And if you want to get my template and learn to write content the right way, whether you're doing it yourself, whether you're having other people do it, and you want to start making money on the internet using content marketing, make sure you subscribe, click the bell, smash the like button, and come on here on Wednesday at 10 a.m. We're going to have a live talk all about how I create content for free. All you got to do is subscribe and show up on Wednesday. We're going to be here live on the YouTube, and I'll show you exactly how I do content and make money.